Hmm?
I think we looked into this performance optimization with dictionary and sets.
Amount of choices.
But it's
Don't
fine.
know.
I'll start from here. So when we are done with this, we'll go into this. Then
I don't think
today
we
we'll
did that.
today we'll look at list comprehension, and then it's not much. So when we are done with this, we're now going to today's class, which is classes. So we'll spend more time on classes today.
Okay.
There's a lot to cover here, but we'll see what we can do.
I'm very sleepy, but
You're still on medication, right?
yeah.
Maybe that's why. How about that? All right. So quickly, so I explained that when it comes to functions, sometimes you don't know the arguments
Mhm.
that the user might put in. So you want to be flexible with the inputs or the arguments that the user can impute. So to enable us with that flexibility, we have args and we have args, basically meaning arguments, right?
Mm.
Multiple arguments that we are not sure of. And then we have quags, two then quags, which means keyword arguments. And I
Mhm.
explained that you use args when you are dealing with sequential data or sequential data type, like lists, right? Lists and tuples, maybe strings, etc. But you mostly use the quags when you are dealing with dictionaries, yeah. And maybe when you start in maybe data science, we have I think there's a data type in, I don't remember if it's NumPy or that have dictionaries format syntax, right? But for keyword arguments, it's dictionaries. And I gave an example.
When dealing with lists, okay,
Yeah, go on.
I'm with you.
Okay. So I'm giving an example now. So let's say we have a function. Uh, mm, details, user details, right? And we are keeping it open. Yags. Or better yet, let's make it fruits, right? And we are saying for fruit in fruits. So let's do it this way, right? Say we have a fruit bag, right, or a fruit box. Are you still with me?
I'm with you.
All right. So say we have a fruit bag, and in this fruit bag we have it's a list. It's a list of different fruits: orange, apple, um, guava, and finally let's add pear, right?
Yeah.
So we have a food bag, right? This is a food bag. Now there can be more foods here. We are not sure. Yeah, like so this I just put four here. There can be more, but we don't know. Right? But for now, we just have four of it. That is one. The second thing to note is so this is the first thing to note. First thing to note is we have a food bag, the next thing to note is we want to ask the user to ask for a fruit. So let's say the user asks for orange, right? So we will now check, now use our for loop to check if orange is in the fruit bag. So user asks for fruit, right? Now if the fruit, if the fruit the user asks for, if the fruit asked for by user is in fruit bag, right? You want to what? Print, you want to give the user the, the requested fruit. I don't know if you are following my logic.
Mhm. I'm with you.
All right, so we have a fruit bag with different fruits. Like I said, it can be more,
Yeah.
right? But for now, with different fruits. And then the user will input the fruit he wants. Now, when the user put the fruit he wants, we will now search this fruit box using our for loop. If the fruit is in this box, then in this bag, then we'll just give the user the requested fruit. That's okay, right? So we'll now have something like user here. So what do? We do an input, right? We want to input
It's for fruit.
which which fruit do you want? So once the user have tell us the fruit he wants,
Mhm.
then we'll now come here and say for fruits in ags. Remember, we are trying to
Mhm.
assess this, right? We're trying to assess this. We are not sure. This ags means you are not sure of the quantity in this fruit bag. So it's likely it's more than 4, but we are not sure. So we are leaving it open. So you can add more. We are not restricting it. Assuming I just bring this now and put here, I've restricted it to just this. I don't know if you're following me. So let me explain again. So I can come like this now and say, I can bring this, keep it here, and now I come here and say fruit bag. So basically, I'm saying fruit bag, only 4 fruits in the fruit bag, right? I'm saying for fruit in fruit bag. So for fruit in this fruit bag, right? Now I am limited to just 4 fruits. But if I'm using the ags, ALGS, no? If I'm using the ags, basically I'm saying ags is equals to
Fruit bag.
I, I bring this fruit, but I'm saying that you can add more. I'm not restricting it to just 4 fruits. I don't know if I think that should better explain it.
Okay.
I'm saying that if I'm putting the ags, I'm saying initially when here was just fruit bag, here was just fruit bag, right? You only have access to just 4 fruits. So let's say if you want to add one more fruit now, you can't do that. You have to come back here and add the fruit manually, right? But with the ags, I'm saying that I'm not sure, so it can be more. So since I'm not sure, let me just put ags here. Then when I'm calling this function, I will now put in the number of fruits I want. We're coming to that. So for now, I'll just say for fruits in ags, right? Now, if let this two go. For floating asks if the user this user request if user request is equals to or if fruit is equals to user request. So if the fruit in the fruit bag is equals to the user request, you want to print out.
Where's user? Okay.
See the user request.
Mm-hmm.
You want to print out.
It's gonna print
You
it out.
can have your or no. You want to
Gonna print
return.
four times.
Let's return. Return. Here is your requested fruit.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah, we're good to go. So I can now come here now and run. Let's see, and say something like. So I want to call my function fruits. Right now, in the end, now I cannot decide to put in the quantity of fruits I want. So I can just even add more now. I can just add lemon. Berries, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I run this, which fruit do you want, right? So I would say I want orange. What happened? Oh, I have to print this out. You know I'm returning, so I have to print. If I run this again,
It's gonna. It's supposed to give you like five times or something.
so if I
But
do
you return it inside loop.
none,
Yeah, because you didn't define the eggs. What's that? It says, yeah. Oh yeah. It should work. Did you type it correctly?
yeah, let me see. Even if it's not there, let's see apple. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be in here. Okay, where are we? Print fruits. Orange. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I saw my mistake. Are you still with me?
Return here's your requested food one time
Yes, actually, you're supposed to return it once.
because but you had a five. argument. So I was thinking the loop to
Mm-hmm.
make it to have the if condition five times. No.
Okay, so this now,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I'm
That's
saying
just the condition. Condition is
yeah,
just asking
exactly.
for
So
fruit in argument, which is
yes,
only going to return once.
yes, exactly. Now, so while it's going through that, fruit, if one of the fruits is equal to the user request,
Then
which
you
in this
run
case
the if. If not,
immediately give us this or just continue. So now can I come under and say return, or basically this by saying else return not available, right? So if I come and run this again, it asks me which food do you want. So let's say I put in blueberry to tell me not available.
yeah.
See, yeah. So this is how it is. So you don't put in. I just remove the function because this is already behind the scene. Let's do something. This is better explain it. Let's do yes, let's do this. Let's check the data type for these args. So return type args.
Okay. For the one that is
Hmm. It's a topo. It's a topo because we put in this. So if I let's say I put this, let me see something.
we are calling a function, so you need
Yes,
those bracket instead of
let me see
square
this.
bracket.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So it's a topo. This was supposed to work inside topo. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so we are back. So this argument, this args, when using args, it behaves like a tuple, right?
I guess that will happen to all parameters called in a function. If you try some kind of another function that doesn't have args, it will give you the same data type. Because I
Mm,
think what happened is that when you put in that parameter, it read it first as a tuple before you can begin to access what's inside.
yeah. So, but if you directly impute, let's say this in a list, and I come here and say fruit bag, to behave like a dictionary, a list, sorry, fruit bag, yeah. So if I run this now, to ask me which food do you want? If I say orange, oh,
Yeah, type here.
sorry, that's supposed to be fruit bag. So if I run this again, I put orange. What is your? Yeah, it's okay. Yes, because orange is found. Let me change this. Orange is available. Uh, fruit. If I run this, I clear this. If I run this and I put in orange, it tells me orange is available, right? So this is actually a list because if I come here and say type type fruit bag, return type fruit bag. Let me comment this. It's a list. So I don't know. Are you following me to this point?
Confusing, but
Huh?
I say it's really confusing with the type thing. So
Okay.
when it's tag, then the type is tuple when you put in the parameter, right? But when it's a normal list, it's list.
Okay. I see what the problem is. So let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let me remove this now. Let me remove fruit bag. Let's go back to how it was before with our ags. Now we are here now. Now this function, is it understandable so far? This function here. So the user requests for the fruit he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Then we create a function that goes through this user request,
Mm-hmm.
that goes through the fruit bag, right? And check if the user request is in the fruit bag. If it's in the fruit bag, you tell the user that that fruit is available. If it's not, you also tell the user that that fruit is not available, right? Now we can come down here now, right? I said we have two options. This argument, as I told you initially, is for it's for sequential data type like list and tuples. Now, if I come in here and put, I want this to be a list. Let's hold on. Okay, come in here. Sorry, it should be supposed to be here. I'll come here and put fruit bag.
postpone this question. I'm tired.
Hmm?
I think we should postpone it. Please.
I understand. Is the medication you're taking?
Mm.
So Thursday then.
Oh, so you're not available again today?
Uh, around what time will it be? Because can we do it around the next 1 hour?
Oh no. If I leave here now, I'm gonna go sleep. At least catch 1 hour, 2 hours.
2 hours. Oh man, what do we
Yeah.
do now?
Okay. Did you finish this particular topic though?
It's not much again. Just this. This is all.
Yeah,
And there's nothing again.
I'm struggling to open my eyes. So
I get. I noticed it. I noticed it.
um,
And with this class needs a lot of attention. This new class.
mm,
This classes. Classes need a lot of attention.
yeah,
Uh,
I managed to be awake.
what do we do now? I don't know. Because 2 hours is like 2 p.m. here. That's the afternoon, and from 3 p.m. now I won't. I'm not available.
Okay. Yeah,
3 p.m. is evening.
I can do. Okay. Okay.
Can we do? Can we do
Monday,
2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
Wait, you
today.
can do Monday. You can do Monday.
Not sure, but I'm not sure. 2 p.m. today is what gonna be what 5 p.m. I mean 2 p.m. your
Eight.
time. It's
It's
gonna
eight.
be
It's
9,
9 your time.
isn't it? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, okay, let's try. Let me go and sleep first.
Okay. All right then.
Mm,
That's fine.
okay. Let's catch up later then.
All right. No problem.
Mhm. Thank you.
Yeah.